Hello, everybody. Hope everybody's having a good day, evening, night, depending on where you are in the world. Um, as I said in an earlier video I made prior to my last one, um, my brother and I are in transition and trying to get our own place. Um, I'm not going to disclose the amount of money. It's not a lot, but we are getting a fairly decent amount of money back on the house that was foreclosed that we had before. And we're glad to be out of there because it was just too much for us and it was falling apart. And my brother has been looking for a place. He's working it out because he's got more access to the internet and a way to look than I do. Um, I'm not saying I'm dumb, but in the area of looking for a place, I think he's handling that a lot better. I've looked, but what I've found here in Dallas, where I'm at, is just not finding anything good. Um, Anything around the price that we're getting is in this area is going to be a house that needs to be refurbished, rebuilt, redone. It's just, and then we don't want to put money into doing that. Otherwise, just we'd be defeating the purpose of trying to do what we're trying to do and getting us a better place. And from what he shared with me in the link when we text each other, he's finding some pretty decent mobile homes, which is what we're going to get. Um, they build them better than they used to. A lot of people say, you don't want a mobile home, but I believe they're built better than they used to be. Um, it's cold, wet, and rainy here where I'm at, and cold in the room I'm in. That's why I'm wearing my coat. Um, I appreciate my cousin opening their home to me to let me stay with them for a bit, but I don't want to wear out my welcome, and I know my brother feels the same way where he's at his best friend's family, staying with his best friend and their family. They're good people, wonderful, loving people. Um, but please pray that we can get the best home for a good deal and still have money left over to for him to get a fairly decent car and have money for us to get furnish our home with some nice furniture and bedding, bedroom stuff and everything. Um, I want him to get him a car. I don't drive anymore cause I'm blind in my left eye, but I'll I don't think I'll see out of it, but I think it's going to look better once I get a glass and prosthetic eye, or a prosthetic eye. I'll feel more secure about myself. You can't see it now because I'm kind of in a dark area, and I don't like being without my glasses, especially out in public. Um, Unfortunately, contacts messed my eye up, and I've worn them for years off and on through different times in my life and never had no problems until 5, 6 years ago or so. They thought I had pink eye, and in turn, when the doctor was wrong where I went, and I had made it worse, so I had to go to Parkland, a better and bigger hospital, and they diagnosed my left eye with a cataract, and that didn't work. They tried to fix it, and it didn't take, and I had a corneal transplant that didn't take, so You know, I think I'd feel better with getting a glass or prosthetic eye, whatever they're going to do. My insurance is going to cover most of it, but um, please pray that my brother and I get a nice 3 bedroom place. It's not going to be just him and I, but eventually, somewhere down the line, his best friend's going to move in with us. And I pray that both of them will get on disability where they'll have an income coming in instead of just me. Um, since I don't drive anymore and get out a lot, I like to get a lot of things to keep me occupied at home when we get a place. Obviously, I want to get another computer because I sold the last one I had and I just wasn't happy with it for the past couple of years or so. It was an Asus, and the webcam quit working, and so did the inner microphone. Not even a year after I got it, and I don't know what. I tried many different techniques to fix it, but nothing worked. But I had to sell it anyway because we needed money at that particular time, as did my brothers. We had the same one, same model and brand, but um, if we can get a good enough place and we have a concrete slab or something smooth, I'd like to get me a basketball court. I think that'd be nice. I'd love to have that because I like to shoot baskets. I do, and I enjoy taking pictures. Um, I like animals, nature, taking hikes, going on walks. Um, um, I've got a bad habit that is um, putting things off, procrastinating, especially when it comes to practicing my guitar. And I want to practice, but I don't feel comfortable enough here to do it. And eventually, I'd like to take lessons. I'm not saying I would ever be a virtuoso, but I don't want to do it and just be boring and just your run of the mill players once in a while. I'd like to be a pretty adequate, pretty good guitar player. I have my influences, and that's too many to name. That covers a wide spectrum and a vast variety of music. But um, one thing I'd like to say um, is that when we get a place, I hope it has a decent sized kitchen with a lot of counter space and cabinet space. Because I know my brother likes to cook. I don't care if he gets the master bedroom as long as I get the second one, not the smallest, because um, I do want to set up not only a bed but a chest of drawers, a nightstand, and a computer desk, and a place to put my TV in my room.